what it is, y'all already know, man. We got one of the hottest dudes in the city. You know what I'm saying? Well seasoned, doing this thing, man. Buck Sosa.
What up? What up? Appreciate you having me.
That's what's up. So first thing, go ahead and chop it up. Let us know what it is.
So, for those of them who don't know, who are you? When did you start rapping? What inspired you to rap?
So Buck Sosa is, like they say, one of the hottest in the top 3 in Tampa, Florida. We're going to say top 3. I ain't going to say number 1, but top 3 for sure. One of the leaders of the new school in Tampa for sure. I've been rapping about 3 years, I think. Yeah, like 3 or 4, almost 4 years. Really, like 2 actually taking it serious. Like for real, like taking it serious, like 2 years. As soon as I start taking it serious, like that's when y'all start really hearing about me. I'm from Progress Village, really. Born in Chicago, but I'm from Progress Village. I was raised in Progress Village. It's in Tampa, so I tell you a lot about it in my music. It's just I am what I am. You check out the music, it's all there.
Yeah, I do love your music. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a follower of yours, and I love your sound. You have a different kind of sound.
Oh, thank you.
What artist inspired that sound, or couple artists inspired that sound?
I've always been into music. Like I like all kinds of music. Like all kinds. Like I might even listen to reggae, any kind of music. But I would compare myself. I like Biggie the most. So
okay.
I like storytelling. I like how Biggie used to say he liked music to make you groove. Like I like that type of music.
Yeah.
I would definitely say, man, the storytelling for real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I listen to a lot of your music, man. I'm like, it ain't too many artists that do that no more. And I think that take a little bit more talent than just rhyming.
Yeah.
Because you got to really piece.
You really got to go through some stuff, too. You really got to. It's easy to tell a story when been through some crazy stuff, so
Yeah. So I seen on IG you have a big family.
Mm-hmm.
How y'all been doing with this coronavirus and the pandemic? Like, have you known anyone who had coronavirus, or have you had coronavirus, or?
I don't know. If I had it, I would have never known, because I don't really get sick a lot. But I got little kids, so they probably had a cold or something. If they had it, I wouldn't know. Like,
yeah. Y'all didn't get tested.
I ain't getting that vaccine, none of that.
Wait that.
I don't want to scare myself.
Right.
So, a lot of stuff be mind stuff. Like, so if you think you got it, like the people I know that got it, and they really like, oh man, I got corona, they be around here about to die. Like, they be tripping. So it's like, even if I had it, I ain't have it. I was straight.
So none of your family members had it? Your kids?
Not that I know of.
Did you just have a baby?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So you signed to 300 Entertainment now, right?
Yeah, 300.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference? What are the major differences you feel right now, based on not being signed, comparing that to being signed now? What's the differences?
The number one thing is a respect thing. Like, people take you a lot more serious because they know you got that stamp behind you. Mm-hmm. Like, that's the number one thing. Yeah. Other than that, like, I still do everything like as if they really not there. Like, you still got to move the same way.
Yeah. So tell us about your journey. Like, when did you start thinking about, I know you say you started about 2 years ago, but when did you start thinking about actually getting signed, making that record? Like, what was that process as far as when you first started, based on how you felt to where you at now? Like, what's the major?
As far as everything, like, taking off, that all happened within 6 months of each other. It only took 2 songs, really. We put out like 5 songs, but it was 2 that was like, I'm So Temple, put out a couple between that. Then as soon as I made 2 steps, 6 days later, I got signed.
So 2 Step was definitely the record to get you signed.
Mm-hmm. So how does, like, for all the artists that don't know, because it's a lot of Tampa artists or Florida artists that are unsigned, how does that process work? Like, do you put the record out and then someone contacts you?
They're going to come find you. If the record good, a lot of people don't know that they have A&Rs already looking at their page, because most label A&Rs, you would think it's a regular, you might think it's a fake page, but it'd be like the top A&R's probably got like 2,000 followers.
Yeah,
They don't
they
have
don't
blue
have a lot of
checks or none of that.
Yeah.
But they watching. So just keep putting out the music, and they definitely gonna come.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of A&Rs, right? I mean, we live in a different time, so you know, you got digital, you got like all different types of platforms now. So I think a lot of people forget about A&Rs because they like, oh, I'm gonna drop a hit, I'm gonna put on YouTube and
No, they don't.
Instagram, and they think they're gonna blow. But really, what you basically clarifying is that you still got A&Rs that still
Yeah, like
out there scouting.
that's how everybody really getting on. People be talking that, people be capping all that. Oh, I'm independent, man.
Everybody want to be
it's-
signed. They
There's
talking
people
it.
that be independent but
Yeah.
still have like
Distribution.
It might be publishing. You never know what it is,
Yeah.
but it's hey, they watching. They watching.
I know I was looking at your page one day, man, and that J-Way, that was just a dream.
Yeah,
When you first
like
started, you drew it, you hand drew
Yeah, I
it,
hand drew it.
and
So
you
you
knew
know
one
what I
day
mean?
it's like, I want that. And,
Yeah.
and you basically did what it took to get that. So for people who don't know what this J-Way is, tell them what it is,
Yeah,
man.
that's how I moved.
Okay.
James Nicholas, that's my best friend.
Okay.
He actually died 9/12/2017.
Okay.
He died over like a drug deal going bad, but J-Way, James was James Way. Like he wild on whatever. Like just living wild. That's just like that's how we is out there. So and it's really a movement like behind it. Like it's a we roll deep, so you know it get crazy, but that's just what we stand on. So you know.
Well, with that, I mean, it definitely, like, I'm going to say something, man. Tampa, to a lot of people, is considered to be a crab in a bucket.
Mhm.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying, making it, it's going to come with a lot of
Yeah, it come with a
negative
lot.
energy, a lot of positive energy, but definitely I would say the mentality, man, like it's crazy. It must be crazy for you because you got to watch and move different.
It come with way more negative than
Yeah,
people think.
definitely.
Like
Definitely.
people don't know it come with a lot of negative. Like, but you just gotta. It come with crazy stuff. Like you'll be like every day you gonna wake up to something.
Yeah.
But you just gotta ignore it. Like it be. At first you gonna want to say something, but it's like, man, it ain't nothing.
I mean, I feel like since I met you, I feel like you show love to everybody, though.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
it's
that-
like it's
and that
just
don't matter.
It's real. Like you
Yeah.
don't even have to do nothing these days, right? You could just make it.
Literally.
And just making it is a problem for some people.
That's the
Or-
biggest
and
problem.
really making it, you still haven't really made it.
Yeah,
technically.
you ain't made it. Even people that made it, you see, man, ain't nobody untouchable. So it's like that's the making it is the worst part.
Yeah.
It's a good thing, but it make you the target. So
But
it's
you
like,
gotta move different. You definitely gotta like
Mhm.
have 4 eyes now, right? You gotta look behind you.
you gotta
beside
have 8. You gotta have, man. Listen,
You gotta have. You gotta,
that
you gotta have
can't sit in-
omnivision now.
yeah,
Huh?
you can't really sit in the same spot.
Yeah.
It's but if you really like from the street, you know how to move anyway. You know when something
Yeah,
feeling, hey, let me get up out of here.
But the crazy thing, most people get touched in their own city.
Mm-hmm.
That's the crazy thing, ain't it? It's like you would think that's the ones who's supposed to show you love, supposed to be behind your movement.
I don't think that.
But
I think
but it's, you know,
because I know better. I know that them ones that's you got a lot of people rooting for you, and a handful of people that's not. Man, they dangerous. So you know,
So let's turn this in the other direction. Positivity.
yeah,
okay.
because it's positive that come with it too.
Right. So, what artists? Okay, let's say I'm not sure if you're digging any Tampa artists, but what Tampa artists would you collab with right now, or Florida artists?
Well, it could be Tampa too, because we got
Either way.
Tampa got the hottest people.
Yeah.
Because we got me, we got LA, we got T9,
Out of all
Taliban,
them
Buddha.
people, who tell the can't like?
The only one that I ain't did one with is LA, and we
LA
probably
too.
finna do one, yeah.
Oh, okay. And then what major artists are you looking forward to working with?
Out of Florida, probably Hot Boy. Yeah.
I can see that.
That's what's up.
I was thinking he's gonna say Fish Scale though, cause of like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? His sound, your sound.
Yeah,
I can
it's
see that.
closer, but it's
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, probably both actually.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, all Florida artists,
Yeah, it
man,
actually
not
be-
Florida owned, bro. Like we really. I was having a conversation with somebody about, I'm moving to Atlanta. I'm like, Atlanta ain't where.
No,
it's at.
I had that idea. Like I did an interview, Dirty Glove around that time. That was when I first got signed. I was thinking like, yeah, I'm finna move there now. Nah,
Florida.
you ain't got to go.
Like, I
Like,
think since the pandemic, like Florida really took.
more artists done came here than probably
I think we
Atlanta, because we've been open this whole time.
No, I mean no shade at Atlanta. I'm just saying
Yeah.
Florida's definitely starting to get our turn.
It ain't even no.
It ain't
It's
just
just,
a
you don't have to
Miami thing.
leave. You don't gotta. Right now, the eye is really on top of.
It's not a Miami thing anymore. It's a Florida thing.
It's a Florida, like a Central Florida, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Tom Brady here now.
Yeah.
Is that why?
We ain't gonna get into all that.
Who knows? So, you know about the racial injustice.
Mhm.
You know about George Floyd trial going on right now. Are you ever inspired to write music based on, like how Lil Baby does, based on the racial injustice, or have you? Because I haven't heard all your songs.
I don't really. Yeah, it's too controversial, but it's, you know, everything these days be like, some people might take stuff the wrong way.
Yeah.
And if you follow me, you know, when I say stuff, I'm going to say something crazy. So it's like, I'm going to let you know straight up. So it's like, but everybody know what it is. Like, it's some stuff you don't even got to say.
You don't
like,
have to
you already know
talk
what's up.
about it.
Like,
Yeah.
what you, y'all know. People know when they be wrong. People, hey, it don't take 1,000 people to say it.
100%,
You know.
definitely. So what's your next step? What are we looking forward to now? Like what album?
Yeah, working on my album. Just expansion. Just branching out. Just going global. That's the you know. Like just start going to different cities, like just doing a little run, like press runs, that type of
Do you
stuff.
have a tour coming up?
We're getting that organized, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna talk about the label for a second, man, because I've interviewed a lot of artists along the way, man, and a lot of people like to talk about what the labels do for them and what the labels don't do for them. And there's people who get signed and expect for the label to just do everything, and then they start dissing the label and all of that. I noticed I never heard you say nothing negative
I wouldn't do it.
about your label. So I mean, apparently you understand.
Yeah, I already know what time it is. That's why I say I still act as if they ain't there. When it's time for them to step in, they always step in. So, you know.
So they kind of just give you your own creativity with 300. Or
Yeah,
like, okay.
that
so
was
you just-
we discussed that before I even got signed. So
okay.
act like they ain't gonna leave me just out for dead. But
And I would say you're not like a commercial artist. You're more like a you know. You're just being real, basically.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
telling your
myself,
stories,
you know.
what inspires you. So do you feel like for you to go to the next level that you would have to go more commercial, or just kind of just stay?
nah,
stay
it's
being
just
Buck Sosa?
if you're in the music, because that's the biggest. I'm in the music, so I want to work with a lot of big artists. I listen to everybody, so it's not like that commercial thing. You got a lot of people these days that just want to be so tough. Like everybody tough. Like I'm a real funny person, so it's like I know when it's time to like boot up. Like I'm on that, but I ain't gotta be around here every day, all day. Big bad with no, what's up, man? Everybody want to be so tough. Oh, I ain't with the internet, but we find out about you on the internet. We keep in contact with you on the internet. Like you more internet than you know. But you know, people be crazy.
You know,
Like
I met a lot of artists back in the day. I'm gonna go back 10, 12 years ago when I first started doing this, right? A lot of artists back then, you had to carry a certain persona, like Jeezy, Boosie, Ross. They ain't say too many words. They was kind of like, you ain't know what they was thinking, because every time you see them, they just over there like this here.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, the whole
is you see they go live
you know what I'm saying?
every 30 minutes. They go live.
they laughing, they dancing. I mean, rappers couldn't dance then. You had to have a two-step. You feel me? So it's like I see a change in what you're saying, that whole being tough and all that. You still got some people stuck on that, but a lot of people now it's more about having fun. You know what I'm saying?
It's half and half, because even the people that be having fun, don't let the dancing fool you. I still got the 40. Yeah, you know, like that. Like people be tripping.
Okay.
You know that DJs are more important than.
Oh yeah, that's
No, I can say that.
DJs is-
we always
I
like
know
let
that.
people know.
I know that.
DJs will help you blow. By far, get you
What
the biggest to the biggest.
Well, DJs got all the power. I mean,
Yeah.
you actually,
They do.
A lot of people don't, like a lot of artists don't believe that. Like
I mean,
some,
The label, that's fine, but they got to go to the DJs to get it. If it ain't getting played in the club or on the radio, where's it getting played at?
well, I mean, I know that. I've been out for a minute, and I know the DJs got all the power.
They got
They
the
can
power.
make you or break you. If they rocking with you, they rocking with you. If they not,
Then
you ain't
Yeah,
gonna make it. I don't
yes.
care how many internet songs you got, what you got going on. If you ain't hot with them DJs, it ain't gonna work.
cause if it's on the internet song, it'll be a overnight thing. And
Yeah, you ain't
as
gonna
soon as the
make it
next
tomorrow.
internet song come out, you out of there.
Yeah.
DJs.
Yeah. So with that being said, a lot of DJs though they like to play club records. So like here in the city, I hear a lot of I'm So Tampa, but when I go outside of the city, I hear more two step. You know what I'm saying? I hear like some of the other Buck Sosa songs. So as far as that goes, like, do you have any records that you working on that's gonna be more like in the clubs or like kind of like the I'm So Tampa? Because I know people expecting when they first heard that from you, that's what they expected from you. But then you
But
came
that
out with
was-
actual rapping.
And the crazy thing, that wasn't even my first song. I
Yeah.
put out a lot of songs before that. It's just they try to like box you in.
They try to box you
know,
in to be a top
It's just
artist.
because that's the song that blew up, but. It's none of my song. Probably every song I put out, it don't sound like the song before. So it's like, if it's something for everybody, and I ain't got one sound. So
You definitely have a different sound. I like your sound. I really, really like your sound.
When you
It's
go to
way
perform though, right? When you go to perform though, everybody want to hear I'm So Tampa, right?
yeah,
So, so what about when you do like shows outside the city, being that you So Tampa? I mean, do they be feeling it, or they want to hear something else from Buck Sosa?
I had one in Orlando. It's like they know it there, so I guess it's like in Florida. Florida is gonna rock. So you know,
I think it can.
yeah, it probably could do it anywhere.
As long as they read and listen to that type of music.
Because people don't know that if they being technical, that's a New York song.
Gotcha.
Because Chud Rock is, you know, that's an old school.
Jit Faye bringing that out.
So it's like,
Shout out to
you
Jit
know,
Faye.
that's just classic hip hop. But they force it to be, oh, that's Jit music. You know,
Yeah.
everybody got a problem. Like,
Whatever sells.
yeah, it's like Soulja Boy came out with Crank That. So no matter what he make, they gonna still say, oh, that's him that made that Crank That. You know,
Not Faye.
it's like that.
So you was working with, like, at the time, I guess I know Jit Faye was the one who produced that track, right? And you was, I guess you was working with local producers.
I still work with local
Okay.
producers.
And now also with the label, are you expanding that, going on to like some more like industry producers? Or are you gonna kind of stick with the little guys and kind of
Both. Like it's yeah, I work with them, but when you really pay attention to the big artists, we got the same producers. Like they use a lot of the same producers that we use.
Okay.
Especially in Tampa. Like Tampa got a lot of people that like Lil Durk just had signed what's the one that make all robot beats? John Lamb.
Yeah.
Lil Durk just signed him, so it's like
Okay.
that's a Tampa producer.
That's
K
what's up.
Hendricks made that hot boy that don't need time. He from Tampa.
Okay.
So you know you got Jit Faye.
And you got
It's all type of people.
Swift.
Yeah, DJ Swift, one of the biggest producers in the game. That's a young boy producer. So you know,
Gotcha. Okay.
like we in the right spot. Tampa, we in the right spot.
Mook got the keys.
Yeah, Mook got they all in one. They under one roof. The one
And that's Raw Ray got so many.
yeah, it's all the hot producers right now coming out of Tampa.
So really Central Florida, Tampa, what's
Central
going on right
Florida, man,
What's up, man?
Orlando, like they got a lot of producers there. Like Central Florida going crazy.
now? Okay.
So who would you have your verses be against?
In Tampa,
It don't matter.
Oh.
Whoever. Who would you say would be your versus competition person?
well, everybody know they gonna say LA. Like that's what they would say. They gonna say LA to go because that's Tampa. But
That's just a
yeah, that's just a thing.
That's a
That's
rivalry? Is it a rivalry?
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what they try to make it as a rival, but it's like it's not. But that's
It
what.
really-
you know
I don't
But
think.
it
I don't
actually
really,
is.
from there was the battle.
yeah, we had like we went through like a little rap battle already, so that's why they would put it
So
that
who
way.
won the rap battle?
Oh, I won. Like it wasn't no like yeah, I won, but
So
it's
you
like.
done already had
So
that.
that verse is already won already.
But it's like, as far as songs, I don't know. Like, I really, I don't know. Like, I don't really know.
I got something to say, man. So when I first heard Over East, right? A lot of people who didn't know, they thought that was talking about you.
Yeah.
Because y'all had that same kind of Jit Faye production. The song sounded similar, and I don't know if it was again. I never asked nobody. This is my first time bringing it up. But I think a lot of people, I felt like because you had kind of came into the spotlight with the same sound, that might have had something to do with Buck Sosa. But then I seen you and him on the show together.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I was like,
he done hollered
did you
at
get
me.
that? Did you hear other people saying that? Because that's what I was hearing. Like a few people was thinking he must be talking about somebody. He's like, I'm from over, you can't come over there. So it's like,
Whoever he's right now.
That's what I'm saying, but you know what I mean?
It's like, it's, nah.
I'm not gonna say when I saw her on the show together, I knew it wasn't about you, but I was like,
yeah, like
he
actually stepped to me.
Was thinking
like, and like let me know, like, man, like he's rocking with me, like he like what I'm doing. So
just for everybody was thinking that, I heard from a few people,
yeah,
that they thought that because I guess they didn't know you and they didn't know him. Mm-hmm. It's easy to piece. You know, if people want to start stuff.
That's
especially with two hot guys in the city. Everybody want to find rivalries.
Wow.
So I feel like that's where that might have come from. Just the good thing you're here now, though, you're clarifying that it's whoever thinking that way. It's all love. Because I feel like a lot of Tampa artists is all love anyways. Mm-hmm. Like we don't have that, you know.
Because we're going against.
We all trying to go to the next level.
They don't know that, like a lot of cities in Florida, like go against Tampa. Mm-hmm. They don't even know it yet, but
yeah,
the bigger they get, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Tampa bigger than they know, and Tampa is more slept on than they know.
I'm gonna say Tampa got a new wave of artists, and I guess you fit in that new school of artists. Because we've been having artists. I mean, we've been doing this for decades, and now that it's your turn, you know what I'm saying? Do you get love from the people who were prior to Buck Sosa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, cause me and Tom, we like I call Tom, he holler at me, I'm finna be in the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, City Boy,
everybody.
Yeah.
It's all love. That's what it is, man.
I told Javon Black I want to do one with him.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Keep it coming. So I'll let you go ahead and Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna go back to you dropped the EP, and I know you put out on all platforms.
Yep.
For the people who haven't heard of Buck Sosa, who might be watching this for like out of towners or whoever they might be, let them know what they expect. When they go get that EP, what could they expect when they open it up and listen to it? What could they expect?
On the influence, they gonna see that it's a different type of artist out right now. Like everybody ain't singing on auto tune. Everybody not. It's I got my own sound. I got storytelling. I got everything for you. So when you check it out, you gonna keep playing it. So that's like a guarantee. Like.
And I like to ask too, out of all the songs on there, which one really touched you the most? Like that you felt like this is the one, like for real. For yourself, not for everybody else. For you.
For myself, is Cry.
Cry.
It's
Okay.
Cry. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the basis behind that?
It was a lot of stuff going on around that time. Like my mama, I'm just getting signed, but my mama keep going in and out of jail. I'm going through it with family. I'm going through it all. It was. Like stuff was up and down at the same time.
Yeah,
so it was just like,
real emotion.
Yeah. I be going through real stuff, but I don't know about what other rappers be going through, but I don't know if it's because I'm still in my city, but there's stuff going on.
I know. Because I've been going through it too, man. You just got to keep rolling, though.
Yeah, you definitely got to keep rolling. It ain't nothing. We shake everything out.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. And you go ahead.
I'm ready to ask the best question, the final question.
Go ahead, put it on him.
So, Buck Sosa, what is your legacy? What are you leaving behind?
What I'm leaving behind? Just somebody that actually made it and actually put on for the city. It's like a lot of people. We got a lot of legends in Tampa, but a lot of them not like worldwide legends. It was like we just being more than local. That's being more than statewide, just being more than national, being global, being like bigger than like a real legend.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Well, I guess she said what she had to say with that. Now, I do want to ask another question. Of what can we expect next, man? You're working on the album, but aside from that, I know you said you got a tour and other couple things coming up. But what's really like right now happening for Buck Sosa? What's next?
It's a lot of networking with like people, like just different artists, just like expansion. That's the biggest thing.
Expansion.
Like expansion. That's the goal right now.
I seen that. I even see you work with some artists, like you said, like in the city, that haven't really elevated yet. But you showing,
Yeah, I always keep in touch because I know that. That's when I first was rapping. It's like, dang, where do I start? So me reaching out to new artists, I'm letting them know. Let me give you a head start on everything. Like, let's school you on the stuff you gotta do.
But Buck Sosa kind of had to do it on his own, though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's all love, man, to show these artists, man, because it's even big artists, industry and artists like Drake and other people that would do that. You know what I mean?
Drake do that for people.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of artists.
It's like
that do
people,
that,
like people that make it. Drake level of making it is still.
Yeah.
They ain't hit that level. So when he collab with artists, you see every one of them jump on that opportunity. They know what time. So it's like that.
Yeah, we got some. In the vault.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
All right.
We got some connects.
Okay.
We well connected out here.
Definitely.
You ain't gonna say who.
No, we never expose your hand. Never.
But hey, we got them in the vault though.
Yeah.
And I keep it contact and I FaceTime them, call them, go see them.
Cause I would say we well connected.
They already.
Yeah, we well connected.
So
That's all we gotta say.
really good stuff going on.
He looking at
It's that far.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
You never know. It might come out the cloud. You never know what's
You
up.
never know.
You know what? I had a question I forgot to ask you, man. How did the pandemic affect you? Some people came up off of it.
Yeah.
Some people kind of hurt. And I feel like being a new artist, it kind of hurt you.
It did, but it didn't.
Okay.
But
It's like because it's
but it did.
it hurt the expansion of.
That's what I'm saying, because you had
That
just
was the
got
progress,
signed, you had
yeah.
just got on,
Right.
and then everything got shut down.
Yeah,
And then you had this hot record out, this two-step. You couldn't really promo it.
yeah.
Because
It hurt that. Yeah, it
it's like
definitely
being
hurt
locked
that.
up. It's like dropping a new song and get locked up. You couldn't really push it like you wanted to push it.
Yeah, because when you look at it that way, yeah. But I'm doing better than I was last year, so
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
In the
Boy.
sense of that.
Yeah, in the sense
That's how you
that's how I look at everything. So it's like,
It had its pros and
Yeah.
cons.
Yeah, because I feel like man, being a new artist, I watched a lot of new artists emerge. And I'm like, this the word, even like before, when it first started, you had Roddy Ricch, he was like, taking off. And then I'm not going to say he ain't doing his thing, but I feel like once that
yeah,
pandemic,
I don't know what happened because that was one of the people that I put in the top, top 5. And I'm like, damn, what
I
happened?
feel like the pandemic like hurt a lot of people. Like I don't know if it's because they used to move in a certain way, or if it's the stress or what it is. But I feel like some artists being locked down with this whole shutdown,
Yeah.
they disappear or they ain't disappear, but they ain't really.
Then
They ain't doing it. They was like on top, moving like fast, and then I see artists like I said, the new artists who got signed. Some of them have been doing a lot of shows moving, but a lot of them who just got signed, I feel like it could be a worse sign to get signed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't really promo. You supposed to be in New York. You supposed to be all over. But it was like can't fly, can't do this.
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
can't
wear a
do a lot of
mask.
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? It
Crazy
just
part, we haven't even seen.
Yeah. I ain't even been to my building. I ain't even been
that's
to
what
the
I'm getting at.
building.
That's what I'm getting at. You know?
Like that's so crazy. We're like, okay. No, when y'all gonna open?
That's what I'm saying. That and and I went to a few studios in Atlanta. Like even after I thought things would be open, it still wasn't open. It's like it's open to certain people, but they
It's
like
open
you
to
can't
a
really
certain
come in here.
extent.
It's
Like,
real limited. You know what I'm saying? I know that gotta hurt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of artists.
It hurt too because you can't, like you saying, you can't do the promo.
Yeah, the
or
promo
you
thing
can't
is-
get the cosigns that you need. You know what I'm saying? That would be there. It's accessible then. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, okay, well, we can't move. Or
Yeah.
This or that.
You gotta make appointments. You know what I'm saying? They gotta be all different. You can't just move to somewhere.
Hopefully everything will open up.
I think we getting. I think that we getting there. I mean, it just I'm happy that we got a new president. I don't know you don't want to get political, but I almost say I'm happy because at least something is starting to be done. I feel like about it. We started to make things are starting to open back up, and I think that the way they moving with this whole vaccine, I ain't taking it, but it's helping.
Me neither. I ain't get I ain't get my stimulus check, but that's why I don't want to get into the politics. They tried me, but
You probably making too much money, man. You
Just say
get
you
too much money. It ain't for
I don't like that. Like,
it ain't for poor people. It's for poor people. It ain't for rich people,
They
man.
blowing them 600 and 1400. I need that.
Nah, you don't get
Let
that
me
with
get
a
that.
certain tax
Let
bracket.
me get that. When they come, you
You
flip
get
that.
excluded, man. You get a certain tax bracket. You get excluded from pandemic. For
Crazy.
relief. You know what I'm saying? But that what's up, man. So I watched you grow, man. I mean, I was watching you grow, and I've been paying attention, man. Before you got signed, I was kind of paying attention. I remember people telling me, man, you know, I bought Sosa, I'm so talented. I'm like, nah, I never heard of him. I remember those days.
Yeah.
You feel me? The next thing, I'm like, okay, but Sosa name started appearing on things. I see you starting to get. Before, I'm talking about before you got signed.
Yeah.
I see you starting to make a little bit of noise, and I talked to some people I know out there in your neighborhood, out there in, PV, and it was like, yeah, boy. Yeah, I was saying, anything you want to add for your fans, man?
Like I said, expansion. I'm on the way. You coming to a city near you.
Okay.
Yeah, you ain't heard the last about Sosa.
Okay. All right, that what's up, man. Y'all heard it from Buck Sosa. He said himself, the man. And we signed it out, man. Appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate you having me.
We had to put our stamp on Buck Sosa, so y'all already know what time it is, man. Street fan.